Hello, and today we're going to be making a recipe out of my grandma's well-loved cookbook. I plan on trying to make all the ones that she's marked personally, but today we'll be doing the cream puff recipe, which involves making the vanilla cream pudding recipe first. So here we have that recipe, so let's get started. Okay, I've got the sugar, cornstarch, and salt in the pan. Now we'll be adding the milk and the egg yolks. Alright, I've got my egg and milk mixture. I'm going to pour it into the dry mix and stir it gradually. Alright, now we put it at medium heat, stirring constantly until it boils, and then I will leave it for 1 minute. Okay, I removed from the heat, and now I'm going to be stirring in the butter and the vanilla. Okay, looks pretty good. Now we just gotta put it in a bowl and let it chill. And now we can start the cream puffs. Okay, we have all the ingredients for the cream puffs. Now we are going to be boiling the butter and the water. I've got the oven preheated to 400. That is boiling, so we will be adding the flour until it forms a ball. We have stirred that for a minute on the heat and removed it. So now we are going to add in the eggs one at a time and beat it. Okay, that's nice and smooth, so now we're going to scoop it over to the parchment paper. Thanks, Sam's Club. Great product. Alright, we've got those scooped, and now we're going to put it into the 400-degree oven for about 40 minutes. Okay, a little on the crispy side, but I think they will do just fine, so we'll get those out. Okay, maybe a slight bit darker than I was hoping for, but I think they'll turn out. Now we just gotta let them cool. Alright, they are completely cool, so we're gonna take one and cut it in half, and then scoop the filling out. Okay, we've got that cut in half. Now I'm going to pipe in the vanilla pudding. Okay, so it's definitely runnier than I would have expected, so I'm going to switch up my tactic for the rest of them, and I'll get back to you in just a second. Alright, we got that done. So cutting it in half was not the way, but cutting the top off and using it kind of like a bread bowl was definitely working a lot better. Now I'm going to put some powdered sugar on. A bit heavy-handed with the sprinkling, I will admit, but it still turned out pretty good. I'm just going to let it cool a little bit, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, I just tried one, and they are better than I expected them to taste. However, I think if I were to make it again, I would do the whipped cream version, because the mess factor is definitely something to consider. And the pudding did not set as firmly as I was expecting. Otherwise, I think it turned out pretty okay. And that was today's recipe from my grandma's cookbook. Hopefully I'll continue to make this a series. She's got a lot of different recipes marked in here, and it's a pretty cool book. Thank you for watching.